Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today we are going to be continuing painting the Genie and the Efreeti with speed paints.
That's right. Speed class is back in session. Tonight we'll be using the Army Painter speed paints to finish these guys up. He's done a little bit more work. I have done absolutely nothing since the last episode. I've been pretty busy. As a matter of fact, both of us have been pretty busy this week.
Yeah.
And we just got off a 2-hour live stream with the Cigar DM.
It was a wonderful time being there.
Yes, it was very cool. Thanks, Connell, for inviting us, and we look forward to being there again next weekend, Sunday, 2 o'clock avocado time. So what say we get stuck in?
Yes.
Are you going to be using that gold paint?
I just finished using it, yes.
Cool. Then I will use this. And you can take these. And I have some gold. You know, I need a little bit of water because it's starting to dry up. It's
I need something to make the shield, which I don't have speed paint for.
What color you want?
Brown. Or wood.
Okay.
Because I used the leather, but that's a different color.
Right. Let's go with mahogany brown from Vallejo. There will be a few instances where we're going to not use speed paints because we just don't have them. That being, like right now I'm using Vallejo's gold. And he's going to be using Vallejo mahogany brown for the wood.
And yes, there's a brown, but I already used it for the boots.
Oh, okay. As you can see, he's got some jewelry made out of gold. And I'm also going to just do the pommel and the hilt of the sword real quick.
Okay, this is inefficient design.
What that be what?
That it has a single bristle that's sticking out.
Oh yeah, sometimes the cheaper brushes that'll happen. You can just either trim it off or get a different brush, whichever's easier for you right now.
You need a brush for stakes.
Just take one out of there, or take one out of your cup of water. So you had fun today? So you had fun today talking about comics with Cigar DM?
Yes.
Yeah, we also talked about comic book movies, superhero movies. You know what we forgot to talk about?
Give me the knife. That one doesn't work, remember.
We forgot to talk about superhero role-playing games.
Oh.
That was bad on my part, but I thought about that earlier. I'm like, hey, we should do that. I know he's probably never played one, but I have, and there's some really good ones out there. If you're a role-playing game fan in general, I recommend you try one superhero game at least in your lifetime. Of course, the best one ever was Villains and Vigilantes, but Palladium or Champions are good second and thirds, depending on your specific style of gaming, I guess. I liked Villains and Vigilantes more because it was just a simple but highly, I don't want to say highly complex, but the math in there is pretty, pretty hardcore for a normal role-playing game. But it really does the trick when it comes to making a superhero role-playing game feel really super, not kind of toned down like Palladium. They just fall short of being like the actual comics when it comes to just how powerful you are because they want you to have to level up. And, to be honest, in most things, Spider-Man's powers, for example, never really, in my opinion, got better or improved. Maybe he got a little bit better at some things, but his actual power levels, I don't think he got stronger or faster. He just learned to use his powers better. But in most role-playing games, your powers actually do get stronger. And I think that's what Palladium was trying to do is facilitate that sort of thing, because it's a game as opposed to you're already Spider-Man at his max, or the Hulk. Even the Hulk I don't think really got stronger. But that's the price you pay when you're trying to make up I guess a leveling up system for a game as opposed to just designing a superhero. And Max and Heathen Dog have been doing the Heroes Unlimited review all month, and they've done a great job. But I don't think it's the best superhero role-playing game out there. It looks like I'm just about almost using only gold tonight.
I am very much not going to do that. But I do need to use it for touch-ups and stuff. That is clear. Still not sure what color I need for the skin.
I think you're probably going to want a mix of really light blue.
Yes. But that's about as much as I know. Also, apparently I need...
Do you think you're going to want to use any washes?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I don't think I really will on this guy.
The gold?
Maybe, but there's so little of it. But yeah, you're probably right on that. That'll probably be it, though.
I'm using it on the wood. Maybe the skin, too.
But for the most part, this is... Oh, and you know what? Connell wants me to give him these two miniatures. He liked them so much. I don't know, I might trade him for a cigar. Because he and I will be having a cigar tasting video. What did he say? Not next week, but the week after, I think it was.
Yes.
I already know you're... That's looking pretty good, folks.
Yeah?
I don't know what I'm going to do with this part right here in the front. I think I'm actually going to mix up a yellow contrast. But...
There already is one, isn't there?
Well, it's going to look just like this, remember? It's weird, the Yandin or something like that from Citadel paints, it's almost identical to this, what color was it? Zealot Yellow, I think it's called. Yeah, it looks more orange with yellow undertones than a traditional yellow paint. Now I'm going to go and do the sword with Vallejo Silver because I want the shiniest, chromiest looking silver I can get, the closest to, actual real metal. A lot of the metallic paints for miniatures are really kind of grungy and dirty. Even the shiniest of silvers just doesn't... Oh, that's way too much. And it's just gooping out of there. That's not good. Just can't compare to this. I know there's some chrome pens and some chrome paints that are coming out that are more to my liking. But, for years and years and years, the shiniest of silver still wasn't.
Well, except for the Vallejo Silver.
It wasn't like a mirrored finish of, like stainless steel or something like that. And that's really what a sword like his scimitar should be. So I'm going to try and get that effect with not just the Vallejo Silver, but I'm going to also give it some other colored metals on it just to give it a little contrast, and so that one side is really, really, really shiny, and then the underside I'll do with, like a mithril silver or something like that. But I don't know if you can see that, but that's much closer to a mirrored finish. It's not perfect. It's not even as close as I'd like, but
Chrome spray paint is nice.
yeah. But I didn't want to.
Also, if we don't have those anymore.
Yeah, I didn't want to spray paint this guy.
No.
You gonna need any of this silver?
Nope.
Okay, so I used too much. Well, I couldn't help it from spurting out like that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to use I think it's Gravelord Gray, and I'm going to start the base with this. I've used this before, and it's actually not a bad color to start for doing, rocks and dungeon floor sort of terrain, miniature bases, I should say. Let me use one of these brushes because I need something a little bit bigger. I want to, paint the Taj Mahal with a toothbrush. So I need. Oh, that's not the brush I was thinking. Oh, it's over here. Sorry, sport. Yeah, I want something, just a little.
Yeah.
Little meatier, bigger brush to just get this all done. So let's see what you got going on there.
Let me finish.
What?
First, because I'm almost finished.
Oh, okay.
Not with the entire thing, but
Yeah.
with what I want to do today.
Okay, well.
Which was really just the brown on the shield, and then really just the shield, and then some touch-ups.
Okay, because this might be the last video for this until the Sunday show-off show.
Really?
I'd have to look at the calendar. I'm not sure if we have 2 more Sundays or just 1.
No, we have 2 more, I thought. We've only done 1 painting video.
Okay, then we'll have 1 more of, well, still we were going to do something else, remember, on a Sunday?
No, I don't actually remember that.
So, you almost getting excited for the end of school there, bud?
In some ways, yes. Not really.
Yeah, I guess you're not alone. A lot of kids we know were really actually excited to go back to school, which is really weird. You know, if you're an old guy like me, you remember that in the old days we did not look forward to going back to school. But then with with what happened the last couple of years, not being able to go to school, it seems like a lot of kids really started to appreciate how much school,
I think it's just me.
Really, you think all your friends are glad summer's here? And
No, I just don't think that many people my age are appreciative of anything.
Okay. Check him out, right, folks?
But I do believe... Oh, no, there's just a tiny bit that I still need to work on. What are we going to do with all this paint? I mean, it's not that much, I just spread it out.
Yeah,
it's still a decent amount. They shouldn't go to waste.
we got anything on the table here we could throw some brown paint on?
Not these, those guys.
Yeah, you want to grab one and maybe just give him just do the base? Or, you know what, that guy's a Minotaur. So you could do his fur, I suppose, just to...
I was going to do the handle.
Okay, you can do that. That's not much, though, but yeah.
I know. It's not much. But not with this brush. This brush is really good. Is this brush not good?
It's not that it's not good, it's just... It's seen better days. And...
Word over again.
Yeah, I was going to put that in my mouth. That would have been awful. And I'm going to take this Crusader. This Crusader skin, because Mr. Efreeti here has a couple of scrolls on his back. And I'm going to use this to give a parchment, I'm hoping, look to those scrolls. Although, that's pretty dark. I don't think that's... Let's just test it out on paper towel. Yeah, that's not going to work. That doesn't look like parchment. That looks more like really tan skin. So what I'll just do, since I know this will work, I will take the... Nope, I won't because that bottle's empty. When you get a second, can you hand me the soft tone?
Yes.
And you know what? Maybe I could use... Pallid bone. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because he's got two little tiny little horns and on the top of his head. I'm going to use the pallid bone for these scrolls. And then I'll use the soft tone for his horns, although I'll just use the same color. It's so tiny an amount. You're really going to have to get up close to look at his horns. Hopefully there's just enough to do that.
And I think... Well, are you almost done?
Almost.
That's good.
You're done.
Well, yeah, I'm done.
Get all the stuff. Let's just put them both on here. Then get a nice See what I mean about the gray?
I do know what you mean.
It's just about I could leave it as is for your basic miniature base, like being a dungeon or rocky looking base, and it would be more or less call it a day. You should probably do the same. Use the same.
I will.
When you want to try to do it now?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Don't do that. So there you have it, folks. Efreeti and Djinn, speed painted. I'm almost actually ready to call him done. The only thing I want to do is add some soft tone to, as the little guy said before, the gold jewelry bits and anywhere there is gold. And I would be more than happy to put him. Oh, you know what? I still have that yellow thing I need to do. I totally keep forgetting about that. So a little bit of yellow contrast paint, homemade in the front, a little bit of soft tone, and I would call him done. But I didn't mix up any contrast paint. And if you need a recipe for our contrast paint recipe, it's like episode 25, or it's early. You know, it's way back in the early beginnings of our channel that we were mixing up the contrast paint. But there you have it. That's it for today. Make sure you guys go over to the Cigar DM's channel and sub. Tell them we sent you and said hi. And if you can't get enough of the two of us, we were on his live stream this afternoon for 2 hours. And we hope you guys have a great week. We'll be back Tuesday with a movie review.
Yes.
And then the usual, schedule of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday videos. You know the drill, guys. So have a great week. We love you guys, and we will see you real soon.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
He's tired.